It's Tuesday morning, about 10:30 a.m. West Coast time. Donald Trump is still a convicted felon, 34 felonies on his record. He's an adjudicated rapist who still owes the state of New York about $600 million for a decade's worth of fraud between he and his sons in the Trump organization. He still owes E. Jean Carroll almost $90 million. The list goes on and on and on. It's being reported now that he's going to create like rapid response teams with U.S. military personnel to respond to civil unrest, to protests anywhere in the United States. He had the power to do that during his first term. He didn't give a shit about a massive protest, civil unrest, and insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th, 2021. He didn't deploy anybody on that day because those were his people. And he's going to turn the United States military against Americans who go out into the streets and protest against him. He is desperate for blood in the streets. He campaigned as a no new wars president. He has absolutely no appetite for using the United States military overseas. He is absolutely desperate to use the United States military against American citizens on U.S. soil. And we are heading into a new phase. And, you know, I've just kind of started thinking about this morning because the protests that I've been to this year here in San Francisco and the Bay Area have had literally zero law enforcement presence. I think largely because they were predominantly white people. That's about to change. That's about to change dramatically. And I'm going to give some more thought to this, and I will do more videos about this. But I think it's realistic at this point for people that are out protesting that we need to be prepared to get arrested and prosecuted if we're going to be out in the streets protesting. I'm still going to be out in the streets protesting. And that's a very unpleasant thought because it's not going to be like getting picked up, you know, by some rogue cops during the summer of 2020 during the BLM protests. You're going to be confronted with members of the United States military. How those guys are going to react, I have no idea. But we have an attorney general who wanted to send people to Secot prison in El Salvador for vandalizing Teslas. And Donald Trump, when he was meeting with the president of El Salvador, President Bukele, said that there was plenty of room in that prison for homegrowns, U.S. citizens who disagree with him. We are entering a new and much, much more dangerous phase of things. This is what Donald Trump has always wanted to do. It was only a question of when. And it's going to start with arresting black teenagers in Washington, D.C., and it's going to spread across the country. And he is going to deploy the military across the country in total violation of the law. He hasn't invoked the Insurrection Act yet. He has no basis to. He's going to fucking do it anyway, because who's going to stop him? Who's going to stop him? You know, but we're hitting a point now where it's like standing up against this guy publicly is going to carry with it a significant risk of getting arrested and prosecuted. And we need to start thinking about that and planning for that, because that's our new reality.